The 2015 Philippine 1 Piso coin is part of the new generation currency NGC coin series, which began circulating in 2018. Although the coins were minted in earlier years, including 2015, this series was introduced by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) as a step toward modernizing the country's currency system and enhancing security features to prevent counterfeiting. Issuing authority: the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) issued the 2151 Piso coin to modernize the Philippines currency and reflect national heritage with updated design and materials. Series: the 2151 Piso coin belongs to the new generation currency NGC coin series, which succeeded the BSP coin series, used from 1995 to 2017. Features José Rizal, the Philippine national hero, symbolizing patriotism, education, and sacrifice. The reverse side includes the BSP logo, introduced in 2010, denomination a large numeral 1 and the word Piso. The phrase Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, nickel-plated steel, more durable and less expensive than earlier compositions, approximately 6.0 grams. Design philosophy: the coin's simple yet modern aesthetic was created to reflect the values of nationalism, economic progress, and integrity. The inclusion of key symbols like José Rizal and the BSP seal reinforces historical and institutional continuity. Historical significance: though dated 2015, these coins were officially released in 2018 to reduce confusion and hoarding. The BSP predated these coins for early production and logistical reasons. This marked a shift in the coinage approach, addressing counterfeiting and better differentiating denominations by size and composition. Circulation context: the 2151 Piso coin circulated alongside older series for some time, resulting in overlap during daily transactions. It served as a key denomination in day-to-day exchanges for public transport fares, small purchases, and market goods. José Rizal, the face of the coin. José Rizal remains one of the most respected Filipino figures. Born in 1861, he was a polymath, novelist, and revolutionary whose writings, Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, fueled Philippine nationalism and opposition to Spanish colonial rule. He was executed in 1896, and his legacy is immortalized on the 1 Piso coin. Security features: while not as advanced as banknotes, the 2015 coin's nickel-plated steel and unique design made it harder to counterfeit than earlier versions. Public reaction: initial reactions were mixed, with some confusion over its similarity in size to other coins. Over time, the NGC coins gained acceptance due to better quality and clearer distinctions between denominations. Monetary role: the 1 Piso coin remains essential in Philippine commerce. Its relatively low value makes it ideal for giving change, vending machines, and TOLLWYS. Minting facility: these coins were produced by the BSP Security Plant Complex in Quezon City, which handles the minting of all domestic currency collectability and value. Extended history of the 2015 Philippine 1 Piso coin. A nation moving toward modernization. In the early 2010s, the Philippine government, through the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP, aimed to overhaul the currency system. The goal was to create a new generation of coins that would be more resistant to counterfeiting, feature more prominent national symbols, match modern vending and coin-operated machine standards, and better reflect the country's current political and economic direction. Although the NGC coin series was only officially released in 2018, production began in 2015. That's why the 1 Piso coin bears the date 2015. Despite being introduced to the public years later, the BSP's shift to nickel-plated steel for the 1 Piso coin was an economic decision. Older coins used more expensive materials, like stainless steel or copper-nickel alloys. Nickel-plated steel reduced production costs. The new composition increased resistance to corrosion in tropical climates like that of the Philippines. This made coins like the 2015 1 Piso more cost-effective and longer-lasting, aligning with the nation's push for sustainable financial systems. Before the 2015 version, the Philippines had the BSP coin series, released in 1995, which also featured José Rizal. However, the older coins had different sizes, materials, and a less modern look. Over time, issues like counterfeiting and confusion between denominations arose. The need for clearer design and stronger security prompted the change. Hence, the 2015 coin began the transitional phase to the new generation currency coin series. Even though it remained visually similar to earlier coins in size, Placing José Rizal on the 1 Piso coin was a strategic and symbolic choice. Rizal symbolizes the Filipino people's intellect, patriotism, and resistance to oppression. His presence on the most used coin connects daily economic life with national identity. Rizal's image had been featured on Philippine currency since 1967. The BSP retained Rizal's portrait in the newer series to preserve this historical and emotional continuity. In 2015, the Philippines was under the presidency of Benigno Noynoy Aquino III. His administration was focused on anti-corruption, economic reform, and transparency. The modernization of the currency, including the 2015 1 Piso coin, fit this broader political agenda. It represented modern governance. It aimed at reducing inefficiencies and aligning with international standards. It responded to public calls for more distinct coins. The coins were minted in 2015. The BSP withheld public distribution until 2018 to build up adequate stock for nationwide release, coordinate with retailers and banks, avoid sudden inflation or public confusion caused by overlapping designs. This explains why collectors and numismatists find 2015 dated 1 Piso coins that didn't circulate until years later, making them unique in the context of modern Philippine numismatics. The 1 Piso coin plays a vital role in everyday life. The Philippine 1 Piso denomination has existed since the pre-independence period, but the version minted in 2013 belongs to the BSP coin series, 1995 to 2017. It was part of the resilient modernization effort to enhance security features and improve coin durability and design. At the heart of the 2013 1 Piso coin is the engraved portrait of Dr. José Rizal, the national hero and intellectual whose writings inspired a revolution. His inclusion on the coin honors his commitment to Filipino freedom and intellect. The words Republica ng Pilipinas encircle the top, symbolizing national sovereignty. The reverse side features the official seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP, which includes 3 stars and a sun echoing the national flag representing Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. It also features the minting year 2013, establishing its time of issue. The 20131 Piso coin is made of nickel-plated steel, which offers a silvery luster while providing durability in tropical conditions. This composition was chosen as a cost-effective and corrosion-resistant alternative to previous metal types. These specifications made the coin light and easy to handle, balancing usability and economic production. The 1 Piso coin was and still is one of the most circulated coins in the Philippines, used for jeepney fares, public markets, convenience stores, and other daily purchases. It plays a crucial role in the everyday economy. The 2013 1 Piso coin remained in wide circulation for years. It was later superseded by the enhanced New Generation Currency (NGC) coin series released in 2018. The newer coins introduced improved security features and updated imagery, including changes in size, weight, and even the color of the metal. The depiction of José Rizal serves as a reminder of the nation's historical struggle for independence and the power of education and intellect. Every time a citizen holds this coin, it connects them to their national roots. The 2013 coin had a high mintage, making it common in circulation. However, coins in mint condition, uncirculated or proof, can carry higher collectible value among numismatists and coin collectors. This coin has been used in financial literacy programs, especially among the youth, teaching the importance of saving, budgeting, and understanding currency. Some rare error coins from the 2013 batch like misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center minting have been found, which can be valuable in the collector's market depending on the severity and visibility of the error. The coin is also a cultural artifact, representing Filipino pride and resilience. It's a practical object with immense symbolic meaning embedded in its tiny frame. Rizal wasn't a warrior, but a writer and reformist. His novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo shook the foundations of Spanish rule. The decision to place him on the coin instead of a politician or general is a celebration. Pristine versions, error coins, or coins in brilliant uncirculated blue condition are sought after. Filipinos appreciated the simplicity and symbolism of the design. The 1 Piso coin remained widely accepted and easily recognizable, helping avoid confusion during transactions. The coin also stood for economic reliability. In the early 2010s, the Philippine economy was experiencing gradual growth, and stable coinage supported commerce and business at every level. though no longer the dominant 1 Piso coin after 2018. Many 2013 coins still circulate today, as long as they are legal tender. They are a bridge between the past and present of Philippine monetary policy. From buying fish balls on the street to giving alms or paying school vendors, the 1 Piso coin touched millions of hands. It's more than currency, it's part of Filipino life and culture. The 2013 1 Piso coin is a modern relic of Filipino pride, practical necessity, and deep historical significance. It commemorates one of the nation's greatest heroes and was part of a generation of coins that accompanied the
1977 1 Piso coin of the Philippines stands as a historical artifact from a time of great political tension and transformation. This coin, minted under the regime of President Ferdinand Marcos, is a product of the country's efforts to modernize and reflect national identity during the martial law era. Its design, symbolism, and continued circulation tell a deeper story about Filipino society, governance, and economics in the late 20th century. In September 1972, President Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law, citing threats of communist insurgency. This move marked a shift to authoritarian rule. By 1977, the country was 5 years into martial law. During this period, civil liberties were curtailed. Government control extended to the press, education, and the economy. A major push for nationalism and state unity was underway. The coinage of this period, including the 1977 1 Piso, reflected this agenda. National heroes, state emblems, and the Filipino language were promoted to build a unified identity. José Rizal's presence was meant to inspire nationalism and intellectual awareness among Filipinos, especially during a time of restricted freedom. Shows the coat of arms of the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The inscription, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, surrounds the seal. This reinforces the authority of the central bank and the government's role in managing the economy. This change was more than linguistic, it was part of a cultural movement to assert independence from colonial history and to embrace indigenous identity. The Philippine economy in 1977 was under strain due to high foreign debt, economic stagnation, rising unemployment, and inflation. Though large-scale infrastructure projects were showcased as signs of development, many critics argue that they led to long-term economic problems. The 1 Piso coin, at that time, had real purchasing power, unlike today. It could buy a small meal, a newspaper, or public transport fare. The 1977 1 Piso coin was widely circulated throughout the country. It was part of daily life, from sari-sari stores and jeepney rides to rural markets. The coin was trusted, durable, and seen in all regions. Its heavy weight and larger size gave it a sense of value and permanence. Today, the 1977 1 Piso coin holds value for collectors for several reasons. It represents the martial law era. It features the enduring legacy of José Rizal. It's one of the larger and heavier coins. Pre-1980s. Well-preserved pieces, uncirculated or proof, may fetch higher value from collectors. However, circulated examples are still common and have minimal numismatic value unless they are in pristine condition. The mid-1980s, new coin designs would emerge under different leadership. The 1983 new design series introduced a lighter, more modern set of coins. The 1 Piso coin would be reduced in size and weight, moving away from the thick copper-nickel coins, like the one from 1977.
Forms part of the BSP series, which ran from 1995 until 2017, before being replaced by the new generation currency coin series. Let's dive into its full historical context and characteristics. The BSP series was launched in 1995 after the creation of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in 1993, following the passage of Republic Act No. 7653. The 1 Piso coin became a key unit of currency, used widely in everyday transactions. Features the profile of José Rizal, the Philippine national hero, Republica ng Pilipinas, Republic of the Philippine, the used in earlier coins such as copper-nickel. Before the BSP series, the Flora and Fauna series was in circulation. The shift to a new design reflected a modernizing country seeking simpler, more practical coinage, both in aesthetics and production cost. José Rizal, the face of the 1 Piso coin since the 1970s, is a powerful national symbol, a polymath, reformist, and martyr whose execution in 1896 ignited the Philippine Revolution. His placement on the coin underlines national pride and the value of education, reform, and intellectual freedom. The 1 Piso coin was and still is the most used coin in everyday transaction, from jeepney fares to sari-sari store purchases. The 2010 issue was part of widespread circulation and could be found across the archipelago, while the 2010 1 Piso coin had limited visible security features. Its specific composition and minting methods served as basic deterrents to counterfeiters. Its plain edge and metal characteristics helped distinguish it from similar-sized foreign coins. Though common, the 2010 1 Piso coin holds modest collector interest. Uncirculated or mint-condition pieces may fetch a small premium in numismatic circles, especially when bundled in complete BSP series sets. In 2018, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas introduced the NGC coin series, gradually replacing older BSP coins. The new 1 Piso coin featured the Philippine whaling flower, different size and metallic composition, reeded edge, and enhanced aesthetic details. The 2010 Philippine 1 Piso coin represents a period in the country's economic history marked by stability, modernization, experiencing steady economic growth under the administration of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, transitioning into the presidency of Benigno Noynoy Aquino. 3. The economy and circulated across the Philippines in 2010. This coin was used daily by vendors, jeepney drivers, students, and workers. A tricycle fare in rural towns often cost exactly 1 Piso, making this coin a staple in everyone's pocket. In sari-sari stores, it could buy a small sachet of shampoo or a single piece of candy, which is why children were among the biggest users of the 1 Piso coin. Unlike larger denominations or paper bills, the 1 Piso coin symbolized grassroots survival. In marketplaces, change was always given in Piso coins. Many Filipinos would keep these coins in small plastic containers, empty peanut butter jars, or old piggy banks. Over time, they'd collect hundreds of pesos, enough to pay utility bills, school fees, or buy basic groceries. In many true stories shared online and in communities, 1 Piso coins were often used to teach children savings habits. One such story comes from a mother in Bulacan who taught her children to save every 1 Piso coin they received from school or as allowance. After a year, they gathered over 1,000 pesos, which was used to buy school supplies. Interestingly, the 1 Piso coin was often confused with Thai baht and US quarter dollars in some vending machines and coin-operated devices abroad. In fact, stories circulated that the Philippine Piso coin could trick machines in Hong Kong and Singapore, which is why airport security and vending companies in those countries began adjusting their settings. This gave the coin a sort of international notoriety unintentionally. The 1 Piso 2010 coin was minted at the BSP Mint in Quezon City, one of the most secure and advanced mints in Southeast Asia. Minting records from that year indicate that millions of pieces were struck to meet demand for coins in circulation. These coins were distributed directly to banks, stores, transport operators, and municipalities across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, the Philippines faced a minor coin shortage, especially for small denominations. The BSP encouraged people to recirculate coins instead of hoarding them. The 1 Piso coin was particularly affected, as many were kept in jars or lost over time. This shortage led to educational campaigns urging Filipinos to use and return coins.
The 1978 Philippine 1 Piso coin is a fascinating piece in the country's numismatic history, representing the political, economic, and cultural shifts of the time. It belongs to the Ang Bagong Lipunan (ABL) series, issued during the Marcos regime, and reflects the broader story of the Philippines during a period of authoritarian rule and aggressive nation-building. 1975. Under President Ferdinand Marcos, the Philippines launched the Ang Bagong Lipunan New Society coin series. This series symbolized a new beginning for the country following the declaration of martial law in 1972. Coins from this period including the 1 Piso of 1978, carried not only economic but also propagandistic significance, emphasizing reforms, modernization, and central power. Features the left-facing bust of José Rizal, the national hero. Around the image are the words Republica ng Pilipinas, Republic of the Philippines. Below the bust is the name José Rizal in small font, and the year 1978 inch is typically located at the bottom. The reverse showcases the official seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, encircled by the phrase Ang Bagong Lipunan, the new society. The denomination 1 Piso is prominently shown. Political context of 1978. The issuance of this coin happened in a time of heavy government control, economic turmoil, and increasing political unrest. Martial law, though declared in 1972, martial law was still in effect in 1978. The coin was part of a broader communication strategy meant to reinforce loyalty and obedience to the Marcos administration. New society movement. The inscription Ang Bagong Lipunan was a campaign to reshape Filipino society. It signaled a push toward discipline, centralized leadership, and reform in the economy and social systems. Inflation and development projects. The 1970s were marked by debt-funded infrastructure development and inflation, which put pressure on the peso. The 1 Piso coin served both as currency and a symbol of stability during a period of economic flux. Using José Rizal on the obverse was a calculated decision. Rizal symbolized education, sacrifice, and national pride, values that the Marcos regime claimed to uphold. By associating Rizal with the Bagong Lipunan, the coin aimed to project legitimacy and patriotism. The 1978 1 Piso coin circulated widely throughout the country. It was used in markets, public transportation, jeepney fares, and daily purchases. Its durable metal composition ensured it lasted in circulation for years. Many Filipinos of the time recall it as part of their daily lives, a familiar object that bridged commerce and propaganda. The 1978 1 Piso is a popular collectible, especially in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated BU condition. It holds sentimental and historical value rather than high monetary worth, though specific mint errors or proof versions may fetch higher prices among collectors. The ABL series, including the 1978 1 Piso coin, was eventually phased out in 1983.